Quickly on to the next one. Industry 4.0. Driver to safe and smart tunneling under urban infrastructure. Joining us on stage is the Joint General Manager, Civil at Delhi Metro Rail Corporation, DMRC. Please put your hands together for Mr. Saurabh Sharma.
Thanks a lot, ma'am. Esteemed dignitaries and all my friends from tunneling fraternity and everywhere else. A very good morning to all. And since I have been given 10 minutes, so I will be rushing through. But no worries, you will be getting the crux of my presentation. That's Industry 4, the driver to safe and smart tunneling and urban infrastructure. What's Industry 4? We will be going through. See, now that would be the agenda of the whole presentation. That's the urban imperative. Why we tunnel? Why tunneling is now becoming more and more common in urban infrastructure, and what's the necessity to do that? Then traditional tunneling, key challenges. When I say traditional here, it doesn't mean the traditional means 40 years ago or 50 years ago, or I am talking about the basic NATM approach. This traditional means what we were doing 7 years ago. Now it has become traditional. Then the next one is introducing Industry 4, how it is helpful to tunneling, key technologies which are in action, the benefits, and a case study. With this, I will come to my conclusion. Now, why we tunnel in cities? So, as far as our requirement for tunneling is concerned, I would like to make you aware that tunneling in any area is almost 4 to 5 times costlier than elevated structures and all those things. But still, we do tunneling. Reason, we have, like in a city like Delhi, we are not left with any space. Then, if we have a state capital or a national capital, we cannot do urban this elevated infrastructure everywhere, because there is a skyline, the urban skyline, which should not be tampered with. So tunneling is an integral part of all the big cities of the world, and as far as current scenario is concerned, now tunneling is the future of this country. Almost all other countries are saturated with this. In India, it's the new fashion. It is essential for mass transit, utilities, and subterranean highways. Then tunneling is the only viable solution to expand infrastructure in dense urban environment. I have already told. What are the traditional challenges? Even in today, most of the projects, underground projects that we execute, comes with these challenges. First one, safety risk. Second, geological surprises. Third, project inefficiency. And fourth is cost and schedule overruns. If you join the dots, these are subsequent, one by one. They come one by one. First, during the execution stage, you have a bad planning, you get geological surprises, which leads to safety risks, which leads to project inefficiency, and then at the end of the project, it leads to cost overruns, time overruns, and claims and arbitrations at the later stage. Now, what's Industry 4? Industry 4 is simply something which IT and smart tech has given to the infrastructure sector, which we are yet to adopt. The key pillars of Industry 4 are Internet of Things and sensors, smart sensors, AI and ML, big data and cloud computing, digital twins, and robotics and automation. So all these basically IoT, AI, ML, digital twins, robotics and automation, everything revolves around that big data and cloud computing. This is like 4 things coming into one, and here we get a tree structure. In one sentence, Industry 4 is the fusion of physical world with the digital world while executing any project in infrastructure. I think the figure tells us everything. Challenges added with the Industry 4, we get most of the solutions. So how we have to change our thinking? From reactive, it has to become proactive and predictive. Here, my AI, ML, all IoT, sensors, everything would come to help. From manual, it has to go automated and optimized, which will help us in having less of safety risks. Here again, if we are more proactive and predictive, automatically our safety would be more, and automatically we will incorporate the robotics as required to get into automation and optimization. Then from guesswork to data driven decisions. Now this last option, that from guesswork to data driven decisions, once we have the data with us, we can analyze it the way we want, and eventually it will lead us to better project efficiency and lesser of the disputes after the project. Digital twin is nothing but a future infrastructure that would be as built. It is like pre-built 4D model or 3D model on the computer, where you can just envision what would be there after 5 years, 6 years, 10 years. We can simulate anything over this model, and that's the best thing about that. Then IoT and sensor. Why I have written the neural network? For us, what we say, these are our nerves, the neural network of the human being. IoT and sensors are the new neural network of the infrastructure field. We get all the information through these IoT and sensors, which we can upload over the digital twin and get the analytics done. These are some of the examples. TBM cutter head pressure that can be basically retrieved through the sensors, ground settlement markers, ground settlements and water pressure, air quality and gas detection, stress and strain. So what's happening is that essentially there are a few constraints in underground work. Sometimes we are not unable to reach the site, access that point where we want to take the reading. So these sensors work at that point. Plus there are some locations where we don't want to go. They may be unsafe to go. There also, again, these sensors would be coming to help. Now, AI/ML. AI/ML is something we are basically every day we are listening about AI, whether it's bad or good. I don't know whether it's bad or good, but it's everything. I was writing the new God, but I just stopped short of writing that. So it's almost the next to God. It knows everything, it does everything, it analyzes everything. It has everything which we can get in this conference, out of this conference, in the world. So it's learning every day, every second, and with every prediction, every learning, it's going smarter and smarter. Within next 5 years, it's not a miss. Even we can see it happening that within next 5 years, our geological prediction would be 100% correct. So it would not be any more the prediction thing. It would be, this is a geological state and you have to work upon that. Robotics. Again, it's generally TBM tunneling is far safer. So I would not say that it's related to TBM tunneling, but it's more important when we go in tunneling in Himalayas and other terrains, which is generally NATM tunneling, or the tunneling by conventional methods, where human beings have to make access towards the risky areas, those risky zones. So there we are having now every day we are having new machines which can go there, and they can be controlled from a remote location through remote controllers. So it's becoming safer day by day. Geological information system. It's one of my basically most favorite topics. The more we know about geology, the less we will need to know about the arbitration. If we can predict the geology, 90% of our arbitration would be gone. I think many of you would have listened about geophysical investigation and how much money we invest in. The standard global set by the International Tunneling Association and other global agencies is that we should spend at least 3 to 6% on these tests. But unfortunately, globally, nobody is spending this much. It's hardly 1.2 to 1.8%, 2% maximum. In India, it goes to maximum 0.8%, 0.6%. With this, we cannot predict the strata as we want. So, GIS is something that, okay, geotechnical we have, geophysical data we have, now we have to integrate it. Here comes AI ML. We at DMRC are already working upon that. We are trying to simulate those things. So once we are able to basically get AI to integrate all the data and analyze and provide a very optimized result from all the machines, I think all those basically predictions and percentages would go away, and we would be having a straight answer to what's lying beneath. Then drone survey. We know what's below, we know what's above. All guesswork gone. AR, VR, this is something which is the future. Basically, it has nothing to do, not too much to do with the execution part, but it has more to do with the training part. Why to spend millions and millions of rupees training somebody over those machines which are extremely costly and which lead to a lot of destruction to environment, like a shortcutting machine. If I am training a person to shortcut, then I am spending my CMA and I am spending my everything. I am damaging the environment. I am doing a whole lot of things which I don't want to do. I buy a simulator and I can simulate those shortcutting practice for hours and hours to a trainee, and that's fine with us. Now that's something, the cloud which brings data together over an integrated system. So all these things when come together shall be the future project management system. We have already begun the advancing towards that, but this would be something where we would end. Means the only human intervention would probably be in this room. Or might be even AI can take that. So we don't know. What it leads to? For me, if I have to submit my profile, I would simply write one thing: zero fatality rate throughout my career. If we can give safety to somebody, I think that project is the best. So if we can provide safety to my human resource at any cost, that cost is nothing. So it provides safety to our people. It provides health to them. Safety is not about a person was killed or not. Safety is about what would happen to his health after 30 years. So safety, health and environment. Now everything is about sustainability. So all these three are taken care of, means they are optimized actually. Then faster, cheaper and better. This slide I would just like to explain without going through the slide. See what AI is doing. AI, as we know, the work I need to do in 30 minutes, AI does in 30 seconds or even 0.3 seconds. So similar way, if I am now I might need to spend some time on R&D. But one thing is sure, once that product is out, your time for the project execution would be drastically reduced. The cost would be drastically reduced because in any 1,000 crores project, there are around 150 crores of arbitration costs. That is 15%, minimum 15 to 20% goes in arbitration cost. We have to hire advocates and all those things. There's an additional cost. Now, if I spend even 5%, 3%, 4%, and the most 6% as ITA says, even if I spend 6% on my preliminary investigation works, that is 10% cheaper than what I should have done. I mean, I am actually doing day in and day out, paying to contractors for something, and even miss here also, it's not about cost only. My project is delayed by years, and nobody is responsible. Even the contractor is not responsible. We are not responsible. The whole system is responsible because we were saving something, and we were delaying something which should have been done 5 years ago. So it is required. Then, okay, I am saying even we are in a very nascent stage, but at DMRC we have tried to begin somewhere. So in our project, one of the projects which I am looking after as a project manager, we are having a few stations in which the geological strata is, I think, one of the worst we have seen in the country or in Delhi so far. And okay. So the thing is that we are using GIS, drone survey, BIM. We are using drone survey, then GIS, then BIM, then BEAM for real-time geology sensor, which is integrated with TBM, and it's the first time done in the country. Then we are modeling for Sadar Bazaar station as training module and IoT and smart devices. Sorry, my time has overrun, so I'll have to stop that. But that's something which you can discuss with me through the mail. That's my mail ID. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sharma, joining us on stage to present a small token of appreciation on our behalf for your valuable insights and your time is the Chief Operating Officer at Urban Infra Group. Please welcome Dr. Vinod Shah.
wonderful idea and very thoughtful and a great exhibition. I really congratulate not only for organizing this thing.
यहाँ पे आने के बाद मतलब 2 दिन हमने स्पेंड किया और 2 दिन में हमें काफ़ी सारे अच्छे क्लाइंट्स मिले। इवन सम हमें रेलवे की भी कुछ ऑफिसर्स मिले।
When we had installed our stall, we were getting all the supports, all the manpower, all the equipments and tools that we needed. It was really pleasant experience over here.